Good evening and welcome to kind of our daily blog on our move from the UK to the United States. My name's Mark, and me and my family are looking to relocate from Lancashire over to Florida. We're looking to relocate to Oviedo, which is just about 40 minutes away from Orlando. I've spent kind of a great deal of time, as of my family, over in the States, and it's somewhere we're absolutely committed to move to. So what we thought we would do is, for two reasons, document our process. One, because hopefully it's of interest to you guys at home, but second of all, as we have looked into this move, there's a lot of kind of grey areas as far as the move is concerned, and a lot of misconceptions on blogs and kind of chat sites as far as advice on how to make this monumental move, which for us has been, quite the journey already. So by watching this daily blog, hopefully, if nothing else, we'll give some clarity to this move, which is incredibly exciting, but at the same time quite a challenge. What we'll be posting the next couple of days is a video to document that process so far. So just a very brief plotted history. We had a couple of properties here in the UK which have had to put up for sale, which are coming to their conclusion, which will give us the funds to make the move. But finding things out like where to live and how to get credit history in a new country and how to get car insurance, how to buy a car, when you buy a car, where to store a car before you actually make the move over, which visa you need, which attorney you would need to go with, which attorney you can trust, because there's lots of online sites which promise the world, but of all the countries you can move to from the UK, whether that be Australia, South Africa, anywhere in Europe, the United States is by far the one which is the most challenging. So what we want to do is share what it will hopefully be our successful journey, but at the same time give some clarity and answer any questions and misconceptions which we had, and and learn along the way, because we are literally learning by the day. So the purpose of today's vlog is to give a brief overview of kind of who we are, what we're looking to do. You can see our boxes just in the background over there. This is one of the houses that we've sold. We will be moving out of this property in approximately 6 weeks, and currently we have nowhere to live. But that is the risk we're taking to kind of cash in our assets. We've got businesses, we've got interests, we've got investments, we've got employment here in the UK, which we're risking to make this monumental move. It's something we're happy to do and excited to do, but please don't underestimate how much of a risk it is. So this next few weeks will be quite interesting. There will be highs, there will be undoubtedly some lows, there will be some challenges and frustrations which we've had so far, but we really want to share these things with you guys, and get some feedback from you guys, get some questions from you guys, and maybe even some advice, because there may be things we're doing which some of the audience out there have done before and may find a cheaper, more efficient way of doing things, which we can learn from. So as far as today is concerned, so today is the 23rd of June 2016. I won't go back through the process to this date. As I mentioned, we'll do that in a future video. We may even do that this weekend. But as far as today is concerned, here's a quick run through just to give you an idea for a guy and his wife who are mid-30s, who are successful, driven, have a daughter, have a child, are going to work each day, which have done for the last 15 years to provide an income. What we're doing is to maintain all that, but also make a life-changing change. So, from this morning, from 6 o'clock, I've been in the gym, I've been into work, and I've been back, and I've been working on this transition to a new country for a new business, because we're hoping to go, they call an E2 visa, which allows us to open a business in the United States, which is something I've desperately wanted to do for a long time, to work for myself. My wife has her own business in the UK called Little Innovators, which has been a huge success the last couple of years. So she's also been at work, and my daughter's been at school. So we've kind of all done that, and then we've come home, and now we're planning for the future. and we've been booming this for the last couple of weeks. So now I guess the first message, the first kind of lesson that anyone at home needs to learn if they're looking to do this is it really is a commitment, and it's not something that's going to come easily. It certainly hasn't been something that come easily for us. So please do remain committed. Please do remain focused, because there will be ups and downs on the way. We have certainly found that so far. So to go back to what I mentioned a couple of minutes ago, today is some highlights, which will hopefully in the upcoming vlogs be kind of contextualised a bit more as far as the different forms I'm referring to, and the visa I mentioned and where that fits into you and your circumstances, because the E2 visa that we're going through may or may not be suitable for you guys. So today, what we have done is we have completed some G28 forms. My daughter Scarlett, who is 9, has signed her first form, which was interesting. We've had to have her practice her signature a couple of times. That needs mailing off to the States. It's funny actually that within the UK, a lot of our processes are quite forward thinking and electronic, whereas with this E2 visa process to kind of move over there, I've been surprised at how much she's quite traditional and needs scanning and photocopying and physically signing and mailing off to the States. So it's quite a time-consuming process. The second thing we've done today is a DS156E form, which needed signing. Now, it wasn't particularly clear on the form where that needed signing, so we've had to make a call to California, which is where our attorney is, who's representing us for the C2 process, to try and have some clarification of where that needed signing, because the box was quite misleading. So unfortunately, she couldn't take the call, and we've booked in a call for tomorrow night at 7:30 UK time to get some clarification over that, so we can get that particular form, the G28 form as I mentioned before, and they want some 2" by 2" passport photos for the 3 of us mailing across, so all those can be done at the same time, hopefully Saturday morning, so that's on their way. What we've also done is we have to have certain funds committed in the business over in Florida. As a result of that, we have to buy certain things to invest in the country, to invest in our business, which is fine. But one of the challenges has been, because you're not in the country, things like buying a car and finding office space and finding a printer and a chair for the office, these sorts of things, which within the UK you just either order online or jump in the car and nip to IKEA or some other store, is a bit more challenging because it's 3,000 miles away. So as a result of that, what I've been doing this evening is booking some flights. So when I finish the current employment I'm doing in 7 days' time, I can then jump on a plane, head over to Florida for 7 days, and purchase a car. Where that car will be stored, I don't know at this stage. I will have a car, and I'll be investing $15,000 to $20,000 in a car. But where that goes, until we actually arrive there, hopefully mid to late August, I don't know, but you'll share that with me as we go through this exciting journey. I booked a hotel and a hire car for that particular trip, which will be a whistle-stop tour to commit to this whole process, because it's all been hypothetical up to this stage, whereas now it's becoming real. We've saved all these funds, painstakingly saved all these funds and invested and sold and got this pot of money, which now we are having to actively invest to show we're committed to this project over in the States, which we are. So, in a couple of weeks' time when I'm over in Florida, I'll be quite excited to buy a phone and secure office space, the car I mentioned, find somewhere to live, which is what my wife is doing currently. Christina, who you'll meet in future vlogs, which we'll be posting hopefully daily. She's currently looking at apartments, which we'll be renting for the first 6 months while we find our feet. So she's contacted 4 apartments within the Oviedo area of Florida, which I'll be meeting when I go over, so we can sign some apartment space, subject to the E2 visa being approved. Just heard on the news, it's the EU referendum this evening, which is exciting. And as a result of the EU referendum, the pound to dollar has just increased significantly. my eye is on that every single day at the moment. A couple of weeks ago, it gone down to $1.39 dollars to the pound. The news has just mentioned now it's got to $1.50, which from a pot of money which will be exchanged to be able to live over in the US is actually very significant. So long may it continue. So I guess as far as today is concerned, it's just important to say that we've had a very, very long and challenging journey to this state, one which we'll start to unpick in future episodes of this particular series. We do hope within the next 2 months, by kind of mid, maybe to late August, that we'll be there, that Scarlett will be in school, that I'll have my own business, and Christina, who is a teacher, will be taking up a teaching post over in Florida. We'll wait to see how all this unfolds, but we will be updating on past experiences and daily successes on the challenges which come about through this process through this vlog. So hopefully you'll stay tuned, hopefully you'll subscribe to us, and I will see you again tomorrow. Signing off. Goodbye.